What is going on, people? It is your boy NCSO7 here. Welcome to the first pickups video of 2024. So we're going to be going through January, February, and my March game. So there's not a whole lot to go through, but without further ado, let's go. So the first thing I got, and it's not exactly a game, but it's still like Nintendo related. I actually got myself the Nintendo Alarmo sound clock. So yes, I did actually buy this thing. I do have it over there. I didn't want to unplug it, but I did get that, and I've actually been using it as my alarm clock, or just the clock next to my bed. And it actually is quite nice. It's like I mean, yeah, it's $100 for an alarm clock. Do you really need it? No, but like, I thought it was just kind of a cool little novelty thing. And I mean, I've had a certain alarm clock basically since I was a kid, and I wanted to get something new, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go for this more novelty item. But it actually is quite nice though, so there is that. And the first actual game I got, which was a digital game on Switch, is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. So I was gonna get Donkey Kong Country Returns HD physically, but I could not find it anywhere around me, so I just bought it digitally instead. It's fine. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not the best version of the game because of like the glitches and stuff like that. It's definitely not like one of their better like remasters, but I think it's still fine for what it is. So I don't know. I played the whole game on stream and whatnot, and I thought I was like, I like it. I did actually go through the effort to get all of the temples completed and all like the World 9 levels finished. So there's that. But yeah, that's cool. And that's it for January. So moving into February, yeah, we're not even 2 minutes in this. Great. The first game I got was Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on PC on Steam. I had this on Steam before, but it was under a different account, so I had to buy it again, but whatever. I bought this because I might potentially play it on stream at some point, but don't count on it because I'm not great at the game, but I did get that. And then for the first physical game I got, and one of the more interesting games, is Baldur's Gate 3. So this is a game where if you want to get this physically in like at all, you basically need to get the Japanese version, because while there is a US version of this game that's physical, it is part of a very expensive collector's edition that I was not going to get. So I did finally order this game on eBay. It took a bit to get here, but it is finally here. I played like an hour of it, and it's not really my thing at all. That's the thing. I was like, I was not going to be buying a collector's edition for a game that I had a hunch that was not really my thing. I mean, I would rather play this on PC anyways, because that's where it's more popular anyways, and it's probably easier to do mods and stuff like that, since that's what the game is known for. But it's a good game though. At the end of the day, like, it's a good game, just not really something that I would personally like play much of. I don't know if I'll ever get back to it, but like, it's nice to at least have in the collection though. So that's the nice thing about it. And then the next game I got is Mario Golf Super Rush. So I actually never had this game beforehand. I just didn't care when it came out, and once I found it, it was just kind of meh. I didn't end up getting it. But I had Amazon money, which will come back into play later, and I was like, you know what? I'll get this game. I'll play it for like a few hours, and it's probably my favorite Mario sports game on the Switch, but that's not really saying much because the other ones are not really that great. This game suffers from a lot of the same issues as the other ones. It kind of feels just a bit generic. It doesn't really have a lot going for it. There's an adventure mode, sure, but I wouldn't really say there's anything that really gives you a good incentive to keep coming back to the game for more than like a few hours. So yeah, but I've still figured I'd add it to the collection just because, it's one of the Mario games on the Switch I never got, so I was kind of like, you know what, I'll buy it, sure. And now moving into March, we're not even 5 minutes into this. This is going to be a short pickups video. Won't be like this next month, let me tell you. But the first thing I got in March is actually kind of something a little special. So this right here is the Honkai Star Rail Trailblaze Edition. So, funny story, I was on Amazon one night and I was going to get I was looking at Star Rail stuff because I was actually going to get like another wall mount canvas. And I saw this as one of the first things that popped up on Amazon, and I was like, what? That's so weird. I never heard of it. So, $40, I had Amazon money, I bought it. And this actually came on March 7th. Like, it actually got delivered the day March 7th. Totally was not planning that, but it was a really funny coincidence. But basically, what this is like a physical copy of Star Rail, and I actually have, like, the physical game right here, actually. And it actually has an actual disc inside as well, which is really something. But what makes this version of the game more special is the amount of stuff it comes with. It comes with a couple of keychains. It actually says right there, if it's in a focus, but it has keychains, and it also has wrong side keychains and cards. And I'll put a picture on the screen of like what all that stuff kind of looks like. It's absolutely do not need this. Like, the actual game bonuses that this gives you are actually really poor. So only really get this if you want a novelty product, or like if you're a collector. That's kind of the reason I bought this. So yeah, but it's still kind of like an interesting release. Like, I really never thought this would be a real thing, but I actually had ideas of this, like them doing like a physical version, but yeah. But yeah, this exists. It's a bit of an oddity of the PS5 collection, so that's cool. So yeah. And then, that's probably the most interesting thing I got, so we don't have as much interesting stuff left, but the last physical game I got is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, and I actually did not... The reason I bought this was actually because when I beat Skate 3, or at least got the 1,000,000 boards sold in that game, which is kind of like the main like milestones you're working towards, I was like, I'm going to go buy Tony Hawk, because I've actually never played Tony Hawk before. I played a little bit of this game, and it's alright. I don't really like that the game has like the time limits for doing the objectives and whatnot. I feel like it kind of forces you to really, like, you can't really take it slow at all. You really gotta just, like, be super fast at it. I've never really been a fan of that, but it's Tony Hawk. I'm not really the biggest into skateboarding games. I think this game really shows. And and for people who are wondering if I'm going to be getting the 3 and 4 remakes coming out later this year, don't count on it. But it's still a good game, though. It's a good remake, I can tell you that. It's a good game, just not exactly something I really got into myself. Sorry. And then the last game I got was the Xbox version, or Xbox 360, I think, version of Plants vs. Zombies. I want to play this game at some point because I've actually never played Plants vs. Zombies before. Yes, I know. It's embarrassing to say, but I do want to play it soon at some point, so eventually I'm going to get around to playing that. So, anyways, yeah, that's it. That is it for today's pickup video. And this is part of the reason why I'm doing this like every few months at this point, because I'm not buying nearly as much as I used to. The next pickups video should be more interesting because MGC is going to be upon us, and also the Switch 2 will be releasing, so I'll have more to show in the next pickups video. This one was kind of like not nearly as interesting, but still had some interesting stuff. Let me know what you thought of some of the stuff I got down below. And then the next time I'm doing another pickups video, I should have way more stuff to show you. So it'll be very fun to show you guys. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out and take care, everybody.